This is Musings and Counsel from London Baker Law with Debbie London Baker.
What do people do who have pets when it comes to estate planning? Like, where is the pet going to go?
Well, very many of them. Actually, I have no idea where he's going to go. Actually, I haven't.
But what do you tell your clients who have a pet?
Well, I think in some aspects, maybe it's good. I'm the shoemaker who has holes in their shoes because they're too busy fixing other people's. Florida does allow pet trusts. So you can actually set aside money in a trust for somebody to take care of your animal. Most people their families already agreed that if there are any animals living when that person dies, they will take care of it. Other people don't know. I mean, I got one of my cats from a family where this poor cat, both of his owners had died within the space of 90 days. I mean, it was horrible. And one of the women at church put out a plea, and I had lost a cat I'd had for 18 years and wasn't getting another one. And then a friend called and said, are you ready for a cat? And I went, oh my gosh. So yes, so I went and got George. George was his predecessor. And it's a real consideration. I had one client who put aside, at the time we did his documents, they had 5 cats. So they put aside a good bit of money for a specific person to take care of the cats. Now, if when the 2 of them die, they have 1 cat, that person gets all that money. If they had 5 cats, they get enough. And it's a really important consideration. And I know people who, once an animal dies, they won't get another for that fear. That if I die before the animal, who's going to take my animal? It's a big question. So I really do appreciate you bringing it up, because I've thought about that. Though they're watching, thinking like any other profession, you have it all together. Trust me, I haven't figured this one out.
My Sophia has 2 cats, and both of her sisters love the cats. And I was thinking, what happens if, God forbid, something happens to Sophia? If it's not in the will, which sisters get the cats?
Well, they can fight over it, but you get the cats, actually, because they've lived with you. It's more that what happens after that. Because you love the cat. I mean, didn't you tell me Ralph is one of the cats? Right, Ralph?
Yeah.
So, right?
Ralph looks exactly like your cat. Exactly.
That's right. And I want you to know, he showed up at 3 minutes to 9 because he must have known you were coming. I told Rebel, he knows it's the last Monday of the month, so here he is to see Steve. Yeah. That's a great. I'm glad you asked that question. I'm going to start asking people. So thank you. That. I really appreciate that.
Well, you know what? This show always goes by so fast. Debbie, give everybody your phone number and your website address.
Okay. So my phone number here in Tampa is 813-586-1332. 813-586-1332. And my website is London, like the city, LondonBakerLaw.com. People drop out the law sometimes, but it's LondonBakerLaw.com. Email is debbaker@LondonBakerLaw. Guys, I told people, if you don't live in Florida, I can't do paperwork for you. But if you're listening outside Florida, you know people, and they just have a question, I'm driven to be of service, and I'll answer any question with the caveat that if you live in Georgia, you got to find a Georgia lawyer. But it's general questions about how to ask. And I love to help, and I love doing this show. This show is so much fun.
This has been Musings and Counsel from London Baker Law. Learn more at londonbakerlaw.com. Thanks for listening.